Experience tranquility. Pass into the iris.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the final Iris podcast of the season. I am Mr. Yeti, joined tonight by NPC, Bard, and Death Knot. Normally we have a fourth, but given Thug is no longer with the cast, we decided in his honor we would leave a spot open for him for all the contributions he has done for us throughout all the seasons here in the Tranquility community. So, especially part of the Iris podcast. He's not leaving, guys. Calm down. He's not leaving. It is the last podcast, so I did decide that now is appropriate to celebrate with a little champagne. Now, granted, this is all I could afford on the Tranquility budget, the $1.99 mini bottle, but cheers to all of you guys.
Cheers.
It tastes like toothpaste or something, like shitty toothpaste, like that fluoride stuff. Anyways, delicious. Wow. Anyways, yay. Welcome everybody to the Iris. A little bit of the bubbly is not going too well for me already. But we got a couple matches to wrap up from last week before we get this thing going here. We had a couple of fantastic semifinals in the Harmony and Discords tier. NPC, the Doodles Modify match.
Doodles Modify, it was pretty insane. I mean, it was big. It was very difficult for both teams. Ilios went 2-1 favor of Modify. You got Ilios is a fantastic Pharah map, and they've got a Pharah one trick on their team. So it was no wonder Modify won that one. But Hanamura was significantly closer. Modify ended up getting rolled real quick on point A of Hanamura, but then they ended up making the changes they needed to make. Switched up their play style a little bit to hold point B, and then ended up taking both points on Hanamura. So that one went Modify's favor as well. And at first I thought it was going to be over. I thought it was going to be a blowout, but King's Row happened. So Doodles really came in clutch. They pushed in overtime both point 2 and point 3. And then Modify came in real strong at the very beginning on their attack phase, went straight through point 1, point 2, and then got almost to point 3, and then just choked. They just choked on King's Row. I don't know what happened there. But we come back after halftime, and then Modify, they quit choking. They got the Heimlich or something, because all of a sudden they end up holding Rialto at the first checkpoint. Doodles can't even complete the first checkpoint. Rialto just Modify, then come in and just roll through and just win 2 team fights and take that map. So now it's match point for Modify. Doodles are on their heels. It was really tough. Modify come in 100-0 on Night Market on Lijiang Tower. You think, oh, it's over. Oh, this is it. The Doodles are they're broken, but no, 99-99 on the Gardens. Doodles end up making that comeback. And then on Control Center, you got Blue Blitz on that Junkrat. And Control Center, there's a ceiling there, and Pharah can't fly very high, and Junkrat has the advantage there. There's just a little bit more to that. So Doodles making that comeback. It's now 3-2. It's real close. But Eichenwald comes along, and Doodles they couldn't push it past the bridge. They made it one checkpoint, they captured the objective, push it around the castle, but they stalled there at the bridge, which is the ideal place for anybody to held or behold, because that's the furthest spot from your attacker spawn and closest spot to the defender's spawn. So Modify managed to hold that out because of just basically spawn advantage. It was quite a long fight there, but then when it comes to Modify's time to attack, they just managed to push and capture both objective points. So it ends up going through 4-2, but it was a close 4-2 in traditional fashion. Fantastic plays all around. Instante, it's just insane. There was some great tank play, really. I gotta say, coming out of Modify.
All right, congrats Modify going for the back-to-back. I would ask Bard what he thinks, but quite frankly, nobody cares. To put it bluntly, no. Nobody cares. Yeah, all right. Let's get into the next topic of discussion here, guys. Modify, again, will be taking on taking on flashbacks this coming week here, guys. We'll be talking about that a little bit later in the cast. The last semifinals, though, Exodus versus Flying Lions. Bard, I'll let you talk about this one. What did you think?
Yes, this was a really good game, or so I'm told. I was playing during it, so I didn't really get to watch it live. But I've had a chance to talk to some players on both teams. I've reviewed some of the footage, any coach in history. I couldn't think of a name offhand. A la Moon. There we go.
Coach Bard.
I've been told it was a 4-0, but I've been told it was a pretty close 4-0. Quite a few going. I'm pretty sure the control went 2-1. A couple of the maps went into some overtime rounds. And really what's more important here, and the thing we have to talk about, is I have 2 perfect finals brackets. So at this point, the season's done. We don't play the rest of them. I have 100% accuracy. You're welcome. That being said, though, no, really, really good on Flying Lions on the number 7 seed coming in here. Absolutely upsetting everyone's brackets. Everyone's. None of us predicted this. And they came in and we're just like, all right, here we go. We're going to the semifinals on our side. And they really brought the heat. A map 7 team through and through. They couldn't hold out in these in the burst of a skill that was brought by Exodus in the early game. And good on Exodus also coming in, looking for that back-to-back. We got the Cryptic J Feed, Force. We've got Placebo coming in here. Poochie was not here last season, but I've been told he does in fact go crazy. Honestly, just all around a solid lineup and good on both teams for just putting up a heck of a season.
It was a heck of a season for those teams. But Exodus looks, again, another repeat opportunity here. Exodus taking on Heckin' Habaneros in the finals. Going to be a fantastic finals. It'll be the last official match of this season on Wednesday. So that'll be a lot of fun, guys. We'll be previewing that final in a few moments. I see a couple people asking, when's the draft? When's the draft? That'll come at the end. We're getting there. Also, I see people putting giveaway entries. Get those giveaway entries in like now if you want them.
That's the very last one.
This is the last giveaway of the season, and the giveaway entries will close after the In Memoriam. That's when we'll be That's when we'll be closing out the entries for this. So guys, get them in like now, okay? Like get them in. So get them in soon. But anyways, guys, it's been a couple weeks since we've done this, but we need to talk about it. We obviously have seen a lot of teams have unfortunately been eliminated since really we last had an opportunity to pay tribute to them. And I think it's important that we do go back and acknowledge those teams who have been here and who unfortunately are no longer in the tournament. So, as is tradition on the Iris podcast, when a team is eliminated, we pay tribute to them in the only way we know how, and that is through our segment In Memoriam. All right. That's tough to say goodbye, but you will not be forgotten. Unless
Or
you
missed.
leave. Yeah, or missed.
Yeah.
I mean, no, wait, hold on. I said that wrong. Oh, God. Anyways, guys, a bit of a surprise, actually. We weren't expecting him, but he's decided to show up. We got a special guest here. Can you believe it? Here he is. What's going on here? What's this?
It's a White Claw.
We're back, boys.
Oh,
Oh, no. That's right, everybody. Welcome back.
Thank you, NPC.
Specs, on his glorious return to the Iris podcast, he is back. He has given us a sign, and he is back with a White Claw in hand.
Oh, man.
Specs, it's
I'll
been a
drink to that.
while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
How you doing?
My life was, I can't say it was better without the podcast. I think it was better without Thug, but it wasn't better without the podcast.
Now that Thug's gone.
Oh, life's great. Celebrate.
It's true. Celebrate time. All right. Specs, welcome joining us here for the final podcast of the season. And also, we'll go ahead and make it official now. Specs will also be back for season 6. So, Specs making his triumphant return to the Iris podcast for season 6. Let's get to the finals this coming week here, guys. We got a loaded pair of finals. Let's start off on the Harmony tier, Modify versus Flashbacks. We're going to be breaking down these finals line by line for these teams, talking about the tank lines, talking about the DPS lines, talking about the support lines. Which of those comes out ahead, and then every single one of us is going to be making a final prediction. Let's talk about Harmony tier, Modify, Flashbacks, NPC. Which tank line stands out here between these two?
oh my gosh. Okay, so Modify, they've got Instante, they've got Polar Burr, and then on the Flashbacks, they've got Swirlhawk and Ares. This is going to be cracked. This is just going to be an insane match. It's tomorrow, right? Right here.
It's tomorrow, right here.
On the Tranquility channel. Oh my god, I can't wait. I'm going to
At
leave the
8:30
browser
p.m.
window
EST.
open so that I'm first. It's definitely going to be right here. So anyway, I don't know. I look at it and I know that in Instante, I saw the game from last week and it was fantastic. There's a lot of aggression coming out of that main tank, but here's the deal. Swirlhawk has like all those Dallas Fuel skins, okay? And you know, when you see the other team in Sante, I think he's gonna get a little nervous. I don't know if he can handle that. I don't know if he can push into somebody wearing Dallas Fuel skins. It's just I don't know. It might be too much. I think in the end, if we put a lobby code in and we make all the skins default, I think Instante has the edge there.
All right, Death Knot. Let's talk about the DPS lines.
Man, so we've got a lot of good DPS going on here. We've got, well, first, let's just get it out of the way. We got some, Pharah one trick.
Oh yeah, Nova.
Don't talk about Nova like that.
Yeah.
No. We got Bard.
We have Bard.
And but then we got Hagel though. I think Hagel's like one of the most underrated hit scans in Harmony for sure. I don't think people talk about him enough. And then over on Flashbacks, we got Nova, which, in my opinion, is a lot more flexible for a Pharah one trick. Bard, you flexible. I'm checking with you. Concept, we got flex hit scan. We got some Tracer May going there. We got Seraph, which is freaking cracked hit scan. Widow, Ash. But been playing Sombra, Reaper, for, how the meta's been going and stuff. To me, I feel like Flashbacks has, I know it's joking about flexibility, but I mean, they've got an extra man. I feel like they've got a little more flexibility. I feel like a lot of the Harmony teams were having some issues kind of figuring out Modify's play style. And I feel like Flashbacks has enough, tools to pull from to be able to kind of figure that out. And I think it's going to be a crazy game, though. It's just stacked DPS everywhere.
All right, let's take it to the support lines now. Specs, you are uniquely qualified to discuss supports.
You would think. But yeah, so here we have on the Flashback side, we have Apathy and Cry, who I don't want to say they're an underrated line in the Harmony tier, but they're definitely one to really look out for. But in my opinion here, Whitman and Jogu really take the cake here. As much as Wit is a Mercy one trick, which is applicable when you have a Fara one trick, I guess. I after playing Jogu this season, I really think that they're the best support in the tier. It's not even a debate, and I think at the end of the day, it comes down to if flashbacks can contain them and can kind of duel a little bit. As much as there's some pop-off DPS on the flashback side, really think it's going to come down to their supports to really take them that extra step to advance potentially to winning.
All right, guys, we've broken down each of the lines. Let's get the predictions from everybody here. I'm gonna skip you again, Bard, because I don't know. NPC,
We're going to map 10.
NPC, what do you think? How do you think this one's gonna shake out?
So I actually, God, I hate to agree with them, but I think they're going to map 10 here. Yeah. I think what's going to happen here is Bard is basically he's going to be the only person on point, and he's going to C9 on purpose to get the draw. Okay, on every single possible map.
I'll kill him.
And you know, but just for the content. It's for the giveaway entries. So the longer that thing goes on, the more giveaway entries you can win. So that the beginning of next season,
today's the last giveaway.
But at the beginning of next season, you'll have all those points stored up, and then you'll be able to use them all and get a shirt with your new team on it. Right? That's the play. So that's what Bard's going to do. I think it's good. I mean, it's going to be like 4-3-3. That's going to happen. There's going to be three draws because Bard just cannot stay on the objective.
Specs, where do you think this one's going to shake out?
Well, I hate to be a contrarian there. I think it is a very quick and painless endeavor for one team to the amount of 4-0 for modify.
Whoa, 4-0 to modify. Flashbacks undefeated all season. I think they only dropped like 3 or 4 maps in the regular season, something like that.
Now's the time to lose.
Fair enough. All right, Death Knot, where do you stand on this one? I don't agree with
those statements.
Man, I'm jumping on the map 10 train on this one, and I honestly, I said it before, you know, with the brackets and stuff. You know, I think everybody kind of knew we were going to see this game, and I think this is going to be probably one of the best Harmony tier games that we've seen in, you know, the past season. So, personally, you know, I feel like the meta is very DPS heavy right now. I feel like that flexibility that, you know, Flashbacks has a little bit more of is going to kind of edge it out. But yeah, I think, you know, NPC said it. I think Bard's going to intentionally draw some maps because he is so obsessed with ties.
That shift button on Fair is really easy to misclick.
It's true.
It's easy on all heroes, by the way. I wouldn't know. But
so where do you think this one's going to end up?
I think 4-3-3, yeah. Flashbacks. Edge it out.
I think it's going to be 4-1 Flashbacks. I think Seraph, Nova, and Concept, they're just too good. They're just straight up dead honest with you. Like, no offense against Bard and Hagel, great players, but no. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that Flashbacks is the most prepared team in the entire tier.
It's true. There can only be one back-to-back in Harmony tier.
So
if Modify win twice, that would, you know.
Well, Holy Jalapenos were back-to-back finalists, so are Modified.
Finalists.
So they can be multiple time back-to-back. Anyways.
Gravity, the two-time runner-up.
I think Flashbacks is going to win this one. I just do. I think it's B4, 4-1 or 4-2. So, all right, let's move on. Discord tier, guys. Discord tier. I know everybody's still wondering, when are the drafts? They're going to come at the end. We're almost there. Okay? Calm down. Calm the fuck down. Okay? All right. Anyways, Discord tier. Heckin' Habaneros take on an Exodus. That'll be featured on Wednesday. NPC. Let's review those tanks. What do you think?
Okay. Habaneros and Exodus. Let me take a look here. On one side, we got Cryptic and Cactus. Okay? And on the other side, we got Trippy Cow and Chamanzi. This is the battle of the feed here. This is who is going to feed the least worst. And, you know, I don't know. It's so tough when it comes down to just tank lines. If neither one of them had any support players, if they didn't have any DPS players, it was just those 4 on the map. I gotta hand it to Trippy Cow and Shamanzi. I think they're going to be a little bit smarter on the disengage and regrouping, getting their things. Just their positioning, I think, is going to be a little bit better. Cryptic and Cactus have down the aggression, the go in, fight, and win, and my supports will keep me alive. But if we take those out of the equation, I gotta hand it to Trippy and Shamanzi.
All right, Dead Knight, what do you think of the DPS?
All right, so if you thought Harmony Tier was a crazy matchup, we got some names here. We got freaking Panda Games that the entire community stands. We got some Genji in there, although we probably won't see that. We got some Tracer, we got some Junkrat, May, and then we got Poochie, who just goes crazy. Hit scan. We got Widow, Ashe, Reaper. We got a lot of flexibility there. Then over on the Hobbs, we've got Waffle Man, Waffle Man has kind of just exploded in this community, I think. We saw what he did in Harmony Tier. Now he's up in Discord, and dude, this guy I've played with him quite a bit. I mean, a decent amount, and he can play pretty much everything. Like, he is the definition of flex. And then we've got Krev. We've seen some crazy Widow from this guy. We've seen some crazy Ashe, some Tracer. We're seeing a lot of Tracer from these hit scan, and then even from the flex guys. So this is going to be a DPS battle for sure.
All right, Specs, weigh in on these reports.
Yeah, so I'm going to be honest. I didn't know anything about the support line of Exodus this last week. So what I did is I did a little bit of investigating. I actually been playing comp with Exodus without them knowing that I was going to be here, to really kind of get into the mindset of their supports. And first of all, Chad, pretty decent player, think can hold his own. Placebo, I have my doubts, to be completely honest. And my doubts is if Placebo can feed more than Mixed Ready, which I don't think he can. At the end of the day, I think it really comes down to the main support difference. And as much as I love Mix, he can't hang, he can't do it. Stand everyone that isn't Mixed Ready.
Did you just Survivor style vote Mixed Ready off the island?
Yes, I
He did.
Okay.
He did. The whiteboard has returned.
Okay.
All right. So that's the line by line breakdown, guys. Let's talk about each of these teams individually, where we stand on it. It's, again, a crazy matchup. The defending champion here in Exodus, formerly Airstrike, and then Heckin' Habaneros, who's had an amazing run, hasn't dropped a map all playoffs. Bard, where do you stand?
So, when it comes down to this, it's about who can handle the heat more. And, Exodus, they're the returning champions. They've been in this position. They know how nerve-wracking it is. They know the kind of pressure that you're under, similar to another team that might be talked about today. But when we talk about handling the heat, they've also got to swallow some pretty spicy peppers. And I don't think that the Sharks have it in them. Now, I can't play clips the way that NPC can on his screen, but we've all seen Jaws, right? And I think the end of Jaws is just replace that gas can with a big old pepper, and that's what's going to happen here. So I'm going to habaneros.
Yeah, you talked about it. Mix Ready is already editing the video together with a little pepper. And it's going to happen. We're going to see it in the
Mix,
chat.
if you do that, I will. I'll love you forever.
Okay.
NPC, what do you think?
You know what? I agree with Bard again. This is not pleasant for me. I hope you understand that. It's got to be habaneros. I see that the tanks are feeding less, they're a little bit more cautious. I feel like Exodus has been giving it, full throttle the entire season. They've been giving it all they got. Torbjorn reference, by the way. But I think the habaneros have yet to actually reach their full potential. This isn't even their final form. I think they've got plays that they haven't been using yet, and I think we're gonna see some of those in the finals right here on the Tranquility Twitch channel on Wednesday night. at 8:30 Eastern. I want to see it. We got Waffle Man, the big flex. We got Trippy Cow. We got Mixed Ready. At Mixed Ready, okay, yeah, a little bit of a feeder. But when your Lucio one trick is up there in the front line with your tanks, that's the best place for them to be. So for me right now, mainly because Exodus didn't do their homework, I don't have a shirt for them, so I'm repping the Spicy Org.
Yeah,
4-1.
One of those
4-1.
4-1. You think they finally drop a map?
Yeah.
All right, Specs, where do you stand on this?
So mixed. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about what I said, because as much as this right here pains me to say, Mixed Ready wins. Mixed Ready wins 4 maps in a row.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Do they win the first one too?
Yes, they do.
Oh, wow. 4-0 Habaneros coming from Specs here. Death Knot, lots of believers in the Habaneros here. Where do you stand?
Yeah, man, this is like look at the championship games we got, guys. This is some good Overwatch and Tranquility right now. I mean, look, I gotta go with Hobbs. I Waffle Man and Trippy Cow, they've been playing together forever. They're like I think they're like best friends in real life. I think they live pretty close to each other. So I mean, the synergy in that alone is crazy. I mean, they've been playing on teams together for quite a while now, and they pull off some really cool stuff. But you know, we got Panda Games, you know, over on Exodus. It's so hard. I don't think this is going to go the distance by any means. I think this is like a 4-2 with maybe a couple ties in there. But I think one of the teams is going to get, you know, the handle of this game, and they're not going to let go. And, you know, this is a DPS meta. We've got some crazy DPS going on. You know, it's whoever decides to show up and click heads. That's who's going to take this. But I'm going to give it to Hobbs. I think they're going to grab it and not let go.
So this one was tough for me because I Exodus, obviously defending champs, they've had some big wins to get to this point, taking down some big names. They took down Battalion, they took down Tailwind. Like, those two alone are huge. Flying Lions with the underdog run, honestly, if you look at just kind of how it shook out in the bracket, Flying Lions were probably one of the easier matches they had, which is crazy to think about, because Flying Lions looked great. But when I look at Exodus, I see inconsistency. I see problematic. I don't see that team being as consistent as they need to be in order to repeat here. Poochie is great, and really Poochie is basically one of the only changes they have from last season's championship team. But what it comes down to is this: Habaneros are just on the next level. They're easily the most well-coached team in the tier. They are the most prepared team in the tier. Habaneros just, ever since they dropped that YouTube feature to One Tricks in stage 1, they have looked like a completely different team. They've been playing so much better since then. I don't know if that was a kick in the ass or something for those guys to start figuring it out, but I think this win will be a 4-0 win, and I think it's just testament to the incredible coaching that team's gotten, the amazing improvement from Trippy and Waffle Man that we've seen all season,
Right.
you know, and the improvement we've even seen from One Mix Ready, you know, to get to the position they are, to where they're going to be champions. I'm pretty much firmly in that court right now that I believe that the Habaneros are going to walk away with this one, a 4-0. They're going to complete the perfect playoff, the golden playoff, and that's crazy to imagine. So, but Exodus, you know, every time everybody doubts them, they come storming right back. So we'll see what happens, guys. It's certainly by no means just because we predict it doesn't mean it's going to happen. And I'm sure in Exodus's Discord, they're like, the podcast doesn't believe in us. We don't, but that's fine. Prove us wrong. Like, that's kind of what it comes down to. So anyways, guys, these predictions mean nothing. Sit down, watch the matches on Tuesday and Wednesday. Be here. You do not want to miss these. These are going to be fantastic. We're going to get to a few announcements before we get to the drafts because I know everybody wants to get to them. So next season, that's right, we're talking about next season because this is the last cast of the season. Things to talk about. So first and foremost, the podcast. It's going to look a little different next season. We won't have a consistent cast. It's not going to be the same 3 people plus a rotator every time. We're switching to a full rotating cast. Reason is just to keep people fresh, keep people from being burnt out. So Thug is obviously going to be gone next season, as previously mentioned. We are adding some new faces, as we've already said. Specs will be returning to the cast. In addition, we'll be adding Harmony. In addition, Harmony Giant will be on the cast this season, this coming season. In addition to Triage, moderator and member of the Maelstrom team, as well as BethCon from the Jalapenos, moderator and admin in the server, as well, will also be a member of the podcast team next season. So we're excited to have all these guys join us here. It's going to be fantastic. So we're excited to have them on for next season. As for next season, guys, we have a lot of holes that we're hoping that you guys could help us really fill up in the staff here. Next season, we're going to be looking for Twitch staff. If you're interested in becoming a caster, if you're interested in becoming a producer, we would love to have you be a part of the team. It's an opportunity for you to really spread your wings and try something new if you've never done it before. Let's take a look at somebody like Door, who many of you may know. Door's he's had a few opportunities before Tranquility, but Tranquility was a big stepping stone for him to kind of get off the ground. Now he's off doing Contenders. So look at where he's been going here. You can kind of see, and I'm not sitting here saying like Tranquility will get you to Contenders. That's not what I'm getting at. But it's not just some mom pop show here. We're trying to put on a very professional operation, and if casting something you're interested in, you could really just this would be a great way to build a resume, build a highlight video for yourself. You can really just get started here, and it's a great place to learn how to do this. And we have people who will literally sit down with you and they will VOD review your casting. People like Door, people like Captain Jack, people like Booth. We will sit down with you and we will talk to you guys about these things. We would love to have more casters, analysts, Twitch staff in general, producers. God, producers are a hot commodity, guys. We would love to have more producers. If you have the PC where you think you can handle it, join up. Like, we would love to have some producers on this team to help fill the void there. And last but not least, video editors. There's some incredible video editors in this community. We lost a couple of them. We're looking to add some more. So if you are interested in becoming a video editor, we would love to have you here. So please let me know. Let Booth know. There's a sign-ups in the important links channel in the Discord. You could head there, look to sign up for the Twitch team there, or just reach out to Booth directly. We're always looking for people to jump in and help us out with these things, guys. And it's a great way, honestly, to just get involved. So, again, if you're interested in applying for editor, you can just reach out to me directly. Otherwise, if you're applying for any of the casting or producing positions, go to important links. There's a form there to fill out to join that. So, last but not least, guys, sign your teams up. We have 40 teams have already signed up across all 3 tiers. That's insane. We've already gotten 40 teams who signed up.
Out of 42 slots.
Out of 48 slots.
Oh, 48 slots.
Using proper math, 48 slots. Not Texas math.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm confused on that new math. I'm using the old one.
We make calculators, man. Come on.
The only math that's done in Texas is counting the Cowboys' losses, so it's fine.
That's true. True.
We don't count Dallas Fuel losses?
Maybe not anymore.
We're in the cycle, boy. We're in the Dallas Fuel cycle.
But genuinely, guys, if your team hasn't signed up yet, get signed up like now. The sooner the better, because slots will fill. And if you don't sign up in time, we're just gonna shrug our shoulders and say, okay, bye. You know, it's all we can do. So get signed up. Do yourself that favor. All right. And then again, in the off season, there'll be announcements about this. We're expecting to do a GOATS tournament, an open GOATS tournament. It'll be full open SR just for fun. Any team can sign up. Doesn't have to be a Trank team. Could just be a random pulled together BS team. Nothing's going to be broadcast. It's just going to be for fun. We'll do a goats tournament. We're also going to be doing a meta spin wheel tournament, which is going to be a little bit fun, where we're going to be literally spinning a wheel at every beginning of every match to determine which heroes people will be playing. It's kind of like Mystery Heroes, except not.
That's cool. I
Nice.
didn't know that.
So people will be mirroring each other's meta there for that one. So that should be a lot of fun. The spin wheel tournaments should be a blast. So we're looking forward to doing those 2 events, guys. Let's get to a drawing, and then we have a couple of comments, and then we'll get to the drafts, because I know you guys are looking forward to those. Those are all pre-recorded, so we'll get to those in just a few moments. NPC, let's do the drawing.
Drawing. All right. You need a random number generator, please. All right. And the winner is, you love to hate him, Mix Ready.
Oh, what?
Oh, is that 2 for him this season?
Yeah,
I
Mix
think
Ready.
so.
I think that's 2
Mix
for him
Ready
this
got a
season.
lot of channel injuries here today. So
Mix Ready comes in with the big win in the giveaway entry, or in the giveaway here. Congrats to Mix.
No, it's not.
Is that a
that
premonition?
All
damn
right.
I mean, you know what? I didn't get it, but neither did Specs, and I got to watch Mix Ready get it on his first podcast back. So I'm going to call this a win.
yeah, definitely
nice.
a victory for us all.
All right, guys, as we've already mentioned, this is the last podcast of the season, so kind of going to leave it to the admins to just kind of finish it off here. So NPC, kind of your thoughts wrapping up season 5.
You know, it started out kind of rough. We had a couple of hiccups right at the very beginning, but after that, I feel like the season went really well. For being an odd numbered season, you know, I was under the impression that it was going to be like the Star Trek franchises, where 1 was really good, 2 was even better, and then 3 was, you could skip that one. And then 4 was really good, and then 5, you know. But no, we broke the cycle, boys. We did it. I think season 5 was fantastic. We had a little bit of hiccups, we had a little bit of drama, but really it wasn't all that bad. And I think we've curated a great community here. I'm really proud of everybody that's here, that's still here. You know, I think I'm just so pleased. And I think season 6, I've said it before in the admin chat, season 6 is gonna be our best season ever. I mean, we've got a lot of people returning. We've kind of slimmed down on the teams you know, the numbers of teams we're gonna have, which means we're only gonna get the best of the best. We're gonna keep the cream of the crop. You know, all those people that were just in here because they thought that we had a prize pool for some reason, they're not here anymore, right? And this is gonna be the best season, and we're curating a community that's in demand. People want to be here, and
That's awesome.
that's the best part of this whole thing. We've got so much going on, and we're doing all this good stuff now in the off season. We've got so many people. I mean, you realize February 10th is 3 months away, 3 months, but like we've got so much planned. We've got the goats tournament, we've got open tournaments, we've got you know, the meta tournaments. You know, all these people are like, well, I'm so sad because I don't get to play with my friends anymore because we're breaking up the tiers, and it's going to be trans tier and Discord tier. But you've got one last shot. You can play with them in the open tournament, right? You can get your crew together and have some fun, and then support each other in the tiers you go to next. You know, you went up to trans tier. I'm so proud of you guys for getting there. And, you know, it's going to be a new challenge for everybody in season 6. And we're going to see new challenges. We're going to see new people. We're going to see old people making progress. And I love that. I love that. I'm really proud of what we've done here. And, you know, the admin staff, we do our best. We're not perfect, but, you know, we do our best to keep the engine running. And I feel like season 6, I'm so excited. I'm so optimistic. I'm already making content and stuff to promote season 6. I'm excited. I'm excited.
It's been great because I feel like this season has been more motivating than any other season I've been around for. Styanisis, if you're looking for the SR breakdowns, head over to the Discord, go into the rules. They're all right there. I'm not going to break down the rules right now just because of where we're at here, guys. But again, season 5, like I feel like it was a good opportunity for us to learn from some mistakes that we made, but at the same time, like the quality of teams we had when it came down to it was outstanding. You know, from top to bottom, it was a pleasure to work with everybody. You know, doing this job is a volunteer effort that doesn't feel very volunteer at times, because it kind of feels like you're ball and chaining it at one point, but at the same time, it's a joy. It really is a pleasure and a privilege to do what we do. The fact that you're willing to watch us do this is really an honor in a lot of ways. Like I'm honored that you guys enjoy what we've tried to put forward for you. That means a lot to me, and I continue to try to earn that respect that you guys give me, and all of us, honestly, that means very meaningful to me. But what it comes down to is this: I've always said that the Tranquility community is more than just a tournament. Now, in the end, we are just an Overwatch tournament, but at the same time, we do so much more than that. My biggest moment of pride this whole calendar year has been in the past year. We've raised over $5,000 for Rise Above the Disorder, a fantastic charity, giving an amazing resource to those who are struggling with mental health. And the fact that we have that, we've done such great things that other Overwatch tournaments just don't do. They just don't care. Or not that they don't care, but it's not a thing for them. But we want to make this place feel bigger than what it is, and I'm proud as hell of that. And
that money didn't come from the admin pocket, right? I mean, we contributed our share, but that money came from the players.
Yeah.
That money came from the teams, and that's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the community,
right? We're extremely proud of what we do. We don't do this for clout. We don't do this for profit. We do this because honestly, it's a joy to do this. So thank you guys for everything you all do, everything you contribute. It means a lot to us. So thank you for your continued support. We really look forward to that support coming up in season 6. It means a lot to us. So thank you guys so much for that. Stay tuned to the Discord. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out this off season, guys. And we hope you participate. We hope you enjoy it. That's really what we want more than anything else. We want you guys to be involved and we want you guys to have fun. So, all right, that's the end of the season wrap thoughts. We're not going to sit here and burn it down anymore. All-Star draft videos. I know you guys are waiting for it. Calm down. Gosh. So a couple things in the All-Star draft video. Number one, my editing software is a piece of crap, apparently. Because when I tried to put it all together, it basically turned into a fiasco. And now I have to do a screen share of a Windows Media Player in order to air the drafts, which is really scuffed, I acknowledge, but it's the only way I can properly air it so you guys can see it. Because these were all pre-recorded. I apologize for the delays here on these guys. And I apologize that it's a little bit scuffed. But nonetheless, they will be here. It's not just a PowerPoint. God, I'm a little better than that. Just a little. Not much better, but just a little bit. Give me a little bit of credit.
It's a Google Slides, okay?
Come on, Google Slides. You think I pay for Microsoft Office? Come on, man.
Yeah, of course not.
You think I could afford this? I had to buy this to drink tonight. Anyways, let's move on. So yeah, guys, this is these guys. Goodbye. They're going to step away because I'm going to be airing these pre-recorded videos. We're going to have a little bit of a brief break here, and then the videos will come up. So for Bard, Death Knot, Specs, and NPC, that's it for the live cast tonight. We'll be back here in just a few seconds with the start of the draft. All right, welcome everybody to the Harmony Tier All-Star Draft. Joining me are the team's honorary captains, coaches, GMs, whatever you want to call them. We have directly above me here Thuggington, the GM of Orem in the Harmony Tier, and Bard, the GM of Indigo for the Harmony Tier as well. We're going to get this draft underway right away. Just again, really quick on the reminder, the rules on this: every team must have 3 of each role on their team, and then a 4th of whatever role, or another of any role, does not matter. We have 2 flexes that are tanks, so odds are they're probably going to be tanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's very likely. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this thing going here. Thug, start us off. You have the first pick.
So first pick, and I want to preface this by saying gold is better than purple or blue or whatever Bard's stupid color is. And personally, I tried to talk to Yeti beforehand, and I said, I want to draft everybody. He says, no, you can't. Bard has to take some. So if I don't draft you, it's Bard's fault. First off, why would I not start with Sips T? I mean, Sips T is the obvious choice here. Sips T's coming to Orem. Let's go. First pick.
Sips T from the Royals, the Harmony Tier MVP, first pick in the Season 5 All-Star Draft. Bard, who do you got?
Yeah, I also believe in the tank difference, and I believe in the importance of having a good main tank. So I've gone with Instante, no bias. I put 2 main tanks, 1 and 2.
That's fair. I don't doubt you there.
That's fair. That's a great pick. Instante, main tank of Modify, picked to the number 2 pick. Thug, who do you got for the third pick?
Third pick is I'm going to somebody on a little team that's rather crisp when fried. The potatoes. DPS Lazuli.
Lazuli, Laz, as we all know him, moving into the third pick on Team Orem. Bard, who do you got?
Yeah, so I think my team's going to need a good main support to keep up whatever Faras they might have. So I've gone with Cry from Flashbacks.
Cry from Flashbacks, your 4th overall pick, going to Indigo. Thug, who do you got for Orem?
Well, I mean, if anybody wants to talk about keeping a Farah alive and would know that more than anybody, it's the real MVP of Modify, Whit Mitten.
Fair. Not gonna let me just sign all the Modify guys.
Nope. Going against his...
I gotta sneak in and grab a few of them, except I won't take one of them.
Fair enough.
Take them.
Yeah, going against his main tank, Orem, Whit Mitten selected the 5th pick. Bard, who do you got?
Well, I'm gonna have to be safe because you've got Laz, so I'm gonna need a cracked hit scan of my own. So I've gone with Yoon from Pantheon.
Yoon.
She's crazy, dude.
Yeah, she is cracked. Congrats, Yoon, the 6th overall pick, going to Indigo. Who do you got here, Thug?
Personally, I like people on my team that can keep it light, keep it refreshing. They make mistakes and they laugh at themselves. So we need a couple Sensa blades on this team.
Hey.
Sensa going to Orem from the Jetpack Cats. Great pick there from Thug. All right. Go ahead, Bard.
So I'm going to make my second DPS pick because we all know what my third DPS pick is going to be. So I thought I'll swoop in early, get the other two out of the way. So I'm going with Seraph, also from Flashbacks.
Seraph from Flashbacks. Fantastic choice. Another fantastic hit scan player going the way of Indigo. Back to Orem now. Who do you got?
I need a tank, and I need somebody on my tank team that can have. It's somebody that has to have everyone's back to back NPC.
Stole it from me.
Would you go to the same one?
He was 2. I have one more and then him.
NPC, the back-to-back all-star from Get Off My Land, going to Orem with that team's 5th pick. Who do you got for your 5th pick, Bard?
Yeah, so Sipsy was top 3 on my list. So Sipsy getting taken means I'm going to need an off tank, but I think I need an off tank who flexes a bit. So I'm going to go with Toxic Blade.
Ooh, good
from
choice.
The Nocturnal. I wanted to say Void because I mixed those 2 teams.
Nope, that's wrong.
Both are like darkness falling over you.
True. I'll give you that.
Toxic Blade from Nocturnal going to Indigo. Who do you got for your pick, Thug?
I need another tank player. And when I look at tank players, I look at a tank lineup that has a collective combined age. Probably it's going to be higher than all of it. So I need Mr. Yeti on my team.
I know him.
I
know him. He's a neat dude. He's a neat dude. Mr. Yeti on Aurum. Go ahead, Bard, for Indigo.
Yeah, so I think I've got a main support in Cry, but I'm gonna need a kind of a flex support to fill around that. So I'm gonna go with Rainbow from Ultraviolet.
Rainbow from Ultraviolet selected with the 6th pick for Indigo. We're getting down there, Thug. Who do you got next?
So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna also get a support. I need another support player on my team. Somebody I know very well. I played with them last season on DDoS. Currently on Jetpack Cats. Sergio Spade, the captain of that team. No surprise they went as far as they did. Sergio Spade, let's go, baby.
Sergio Spade joining up with Sensa, fellow Jetpack Cat on Aurum's roster. Go ahead, Bard. Who do you got for your next pick?
So here's where I get to make the difficult choice here. Do I go for a tank and hope that my other support pick doesn't get taken, or do I go for support pick and hope my other tank pick doesn't get taken? Think I'm gonna go with a tank.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Narcissist.
Shocker.
Who I believe is also from Nocturnal, but
nope,
I'm
Void.
So bad.
Void.
Wow, bro.
Okay, both of those teams need to disband and join on one team with a non-similar themed name. Thank you. That's my announcement.
Awkwardly
drink the irony out that Bard took Narcissist.
Oh yeah. Wait till you get to the 13th pick on my team.
Thug, go ahead.
So okay, I'm gonna go into DPS. And again, everyone needs somebody that's there for moral support. Doesn't get a ton of play time. It's probably gonna sit and warm the bench for a while. Somebody that might be able to sing us a song. Bard, you're on my team.
Oh, nice.
I didn't want to make you the last pick. I was going to avoid.
I wasn't going to be the last pick. I was
just to make you be the last one.
Bard picked.
But you're on my team, so you were playing against yourself, idiot.
Bard is.
That means I win either way.
That's true.
So thank you.
And he also loses either way. It's a glass half full situation.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take. I don't want to split up the Pantheon players, so I'm gonna grab that other support, and I'm gonna grab Lexi.
Ooh, good choice.
Lexi, good choice for Bard going on to Indigo. Just a few players left here. Looking at the board, I see Icarus, I see PogChamp, I see Sarah. Or no, sorry, not Seraph. Seraph's off the board. I see Sweaty Asian. I see Caden is still on the board as well. Running low. Who do we got here, Thug?
I'm keeping my tank line like fine wine. Let's go with somebody with some maturity in this one. Let's go, Caden. I need some people with some little bit of age to them, some refinement. None of these Zoomers.
The Boomer crew is being built on Aurum. Bard, go ahead. Who do you got for the next pick for Indigo?
Well, my DPS pick was taken. Shockingly.
Shame.
Somehow.
Shame.
I don't know. I actually don't know how that happened. So I'm gonna go with Icarus to round out my DPS lineup because I want to play against the Genji. It's weird because I'm not on the team anymore. So I have to like reevaluate. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna take it.
This is getting very meta. All right, Thug. The final two players on the board: Sweaty Asian and PogChamp. Who are you taking?
Sweaty Asian, come home to daddy.
You have to take PogChamp. You don't have a flex.
I only have 2 supports.
He only has 2 supports. He's actually correct. He has to take Sweaty Asian.
I have to take Sweaty Asian.
That's correct.
So I
get
both.
PogChamp.
I get both flex.
You do. They're both tanks. They're both tanks.
So I have 5 tank players.
So do I. I have 4.
No, you both have 4 tank players.
Yeah, we have 4 tank players.
I can count. We're good.
You can count. All right. Hey, we're good. The best part is the best part.
DPS. Orm's better.
The best part for everybody watching this right now on the podcast is we recorded this in advance. I could edit this stuff out, but I'm not going to. Kind of good content. So,
oh yeah.
Anyways, all right, guys, those are your picks here. They'll be showing up on the screen here shortly. Here's Aurum coming up right now. Following that up, we have Indigo here as well. Guys, congratulations to both teams. Those teams will be posted on the Discord here very shortly, and the All-Star game will be coming up soon as well. So stay tuned. Rosters for those guys will be posted, and we look forward to seeing this match play out. But until then, let's get to the next draft.
Yeah, later.
to the Discord Tiers All-Star Draft. Joining me in this one here, representing the Orem side, we have NPC. And then over here, representing Indigo, we have Death Knot. Guys, we're going to get right into this. We got, again, a fantastic group of All-Stars here. NPC, you have the first pick. Who are you taking?
The first overall draft pick. Oh, the pressure is on, and Cryptic Force is not on my list to pick here.
No.
So I got to pick somebody else, but I got to pick a main tank. I got to pick a main tank, and I got to pick the best one, the very best of the best. And I think I'm going to go with Trippy Cow from the Habanero.
Oh, all right.
All right. Yeah. I think that's my pick.
Mr.
pick.
Trippy Cow, main tank for Heckin' Habaneros, the first overall pick in the Discord tier draft. Death Knot, who do you got?
Man, I wanted that. But I mean, I've played with Trippy Cow for since Harmony, and I've just always thought he was so good. Anyway, I mean, I guess I'll just go ahead and take the MPP, the Mudkip, Discord, or DPS battalion. Yeah,
Mudkip, DPS from Battalion.
I'm a DPS player. Let's go.
The overwhelming MVP in the Discord tier, Mudkip, going to Indigo with their first pick. Orem, NPC, who do you got?
Ooh, if you got a DPS, I need a DPS. So let me look at my list here, and I think I'm gonna pick. You know what? I've got Trippy Cow. I gotta get Waffle Man. I gotta have that duo. The synergy is gonna be off the charts.
Right, the Heckin' Habaneros, the Orem side, looking real spicy with Waffle Man, the DPS from the Heckin' Habaneros, going to Orem. Indigo's pick next. Who you got, Death Knot?
Man, we've seen those two play together for a while now. I wanted to get them on different teams just so we could see it. But oh well. I mean, hey, that's tough when they're together because they work so well together. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go with a support that I know it's freaking cracked because I played with her. Mitts for Kits.
Mitts for Kits from the SEAL Team Spuds.
She can play any support. She's also crazy at hit scan, low key.
Yeah. It's the highlight she submitted for this too, which is crazy. So, Mitts for Kits from SEAL Team Spuds hit GM just a few weeks back. Now the second pick overall here for Indigo. Orem, who do you got?
Well, I got to round it out. I guess if you got a support, I need a support. I'm gonna go with the once undead, future undead Demol from the Arctic Foxes.
The
Demol popped off on the Moira, and it's got better. Hit Masters recently. I mean, it's gonna be big.
Demol moving over here to Orem with the third pick, editor extraordinaire and support player for the Arctic Foxes. Indigo, what's your next pick?
I wanted Demol. I had him high on my list. You just keep taking him away from me, man. But I need a tank then. So, I'm going to go Greninja. I feel like he took Flying Lions pretty far. So, I'm going to go with Greninja.
Greninja, a huge piece of the Flying Lions run to the Indigo tier or the Indigo side finals. No question about that. Taking here the third pick for Indigo. Who do you have for Orem, NPC?
You know what? I'm gonna need another support. I think I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way back up. I'm gonna go with Placebo from Exodus. Anybody that can keep Cryptic Force alive can definitely keep Trippy Cow alive.
All right, we've hit our allowance of Cryptic Force jokes today. That is now 2 Cryptic Force jokes in this draft. I need to cut you off now here, sir. Placebo taken with the fourth pick for Orem. Indigo, you're up. What do you got?
You know what? I don't know how you couldn't take this guy, but I'm going to go back to DPS, and I'm going to take Poochie. I think that's a huge pickup on DPS.
Poochie, also
Definitely
from Exodus. Poochie had big shoes to fill coming into this season, no question. A lot of expectation was thrown on him, taking the place of Voidkit, last season's MVP. Has done a stellar job. Exodus in the finals. Poochie looking to help Exodus get to that next level. Going to be facing his teammate Placebo coming up here in this all-star match. NPCs, your next pick.
Poochie was next on my list, but if I can't have Poochie, I gotta have Star Platinum from the Flying Lions. Super cracked at all the roles. Actually role locked on DPS to play for the Lions. So that game sense is definitely there, and that's what I want on my team.
Star Platinum, fantastic player for the Flying Lions. Flew under the radar most of the season, but come playoff time, we saw a lot of Star Platinum. for those Lions, and a big part of why they pushed as far as they did in the playoffs here. Death Knot, who do you got for your 5th pick?
I'm going back to tank. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Zuby. I feel like he was a big pickup for Tailwind. He's been around for a long time too, so Zuby's my pick right now.
Zuby, season 1 Tranquility veteran, going all the way back to the Solo Cup days. Been around for a long time, back in as a player, and for the first time as a tank, taken here for number 5 for Indigo in the All-Star draft. NPC, who do you got for your next pick?
Let me take a look here. I got a lot of good picks left. There's a lot of good tanks on this list. But I think I need off tank, and I think I'm going to go Shadow Fang from Tempest. That's one piece of a puzzle that I'm putting together there. I think Shadow Fang is going to be my pick.
Shadow Fang, a fantastic player without question, has been a bastion of really just excellent off-tank play since they arrived here in season 3. The standout member of then the team Boop, but has done a fantastic job climbing the ranks of the Tranquility community. Indigo, next pick here. Who do you got?
I feel like I need to take some of these good DPS players that are still left. I'm gonna go for Nano. I feel like he was a big part of Supernova, and I think he'd fit in good with this team.
Nano from Supernova 3 All-Stars coming in here, bit of a perhaps a bit unexpected, and Nano definitely a big part of that Supernova team, coming in here with the 6th pick for Indigo. Who do you have NPC for your 7th pick?
Well, now that I know that you've exhausted your DPS picks, I can leave that one for later because I know you can't pick it.
A little gamesmanship.
Yes, I'm playing 4D chess over here. So we got a lot of supports left. So I think I'm going to pick from there. And I'm looking at my list. And since I picked up Shadow Fang, I'm going to keep my synergy going. And I'm going to pick up Nagisa from Tempest. I'm a big fan of the synergies. I like Waffleman and Trippy Cow. I like Shadow Fang and Nagisa. I think having those players from the same teams are familiar with each other. They're good friends. I feel like that's gonna help my team pop off.
Nagisa, the support from Tempest, was the top receiving support vote getter this season in the Discord tier. Fantastic pick there for NPC. Good value pick with the 7th overall pick for his team. Indigo, your 7th pick. Who do you got? Like you said, we're exhausted on DPS. You got to go elsewhere now.
Yep. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up another amazing tank from Battalion, Normac.
Normac taken here. Fantastic.
Keep the synergy, as NPC was saying. So.
Huge pickup here in the late rounds of the All-Star draft. Normac has been an All-Star caliber tank now for several seasons here in the Tranquility community. A huge part of Battalion's regular season success, no doubt about that as well. NPC, who do you got for your 8th pick?
Oh, 8th pick. All right. So I have exhausted. I haven't exhausted any of my picks yet, and Normac was definitely on my list there to fill up my tank slot. But I think I'm gonna pass on that, and I think I'm gonna go down to support, and I gotta pick up another support. I think if I get, I think I want Catatrix from Tailwind.
Your Catatrix taken as the 4th support here on the Aurum side, and a great pickup. I know a lot of people on Tailwind constantly were pointing out how big of a role Catatrix played on that team. So fantastic pickup here for the 8th pick for Aurum. That's your 4th support too. Definitely a tank player. Appreciating the supports. I can respect that. Deathnot, who do you have for your next pick here?
It looks like it looks like I'm going back to support. Going for Anzi on Flying Lions. Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Great pickup there. Anzi from the Flying Lions. Flying Lions well represented in this, by the way. 3 picks overall for the Flying Lions in this all-star team this season. They were one of only, looks like, looking over the numbers here, one of only 2 teams that had 3 representatives. I'm sorry, one of 3 teams that had 3 representatives in these all-star matches. So big ups to Flying Lions and Anzi specifically going here with the 8th pick to Indigo. NPC, you're tapped out on supports. You need a tank and a DPS. Who you taking?
Yeah, Death Not done messed up. He knew I couldn't take any supports. He has to take both of those. He should have taken a pick of tanks. That way he could have had his pick of tanks. But
Ooh.
instead, I get my pick of tanks. He could have cornered me to pick one of the 2
like my
remaining
tank.
tanks. But instead, I get to actually choose my tank, and I think I'm gonna go with Ryan Rays from the One Tricks. It was an admin pick, kind of a flex player.
Mm-hmm.
But Ryan Rays, fantastic tank. Amazing player. I see that coming together. I see my tank trio really working well.
Ryan Rays taken here with the 9th pick for Orem. Great player, no question. A big part of One Tricks moving from the very disappointing season 4 to a much more successful season 5 with some nice wins throughout the season. Death Knot here again. Your hand is kind of forced. You're basically you're pretty tapped out right now. You got to take either a tank or a support.
I'm not sad
And then
about
you have
it.
to take the other one when you're done.
Yeah.
I'm not sad about it. Let's get Phoenix on here, man. I need
right.
another tank. I think I got some supernova vibes going on.
Mhm.
Let's keep it going.
It's looking awfully thematic here. Well, wait, hold on. It's not NPC's team. It's Death Knot's team. He's going for the space theme. And
I'm stealing your space logo.
Well, you want the Death
thunder
Knot.
here.
You
Yeah.
know?
It's my people.
It's true. It's true. Phoenix from Supernova taken here with the 9th overall pick for Indigo. And NPC, it's your last pick. There's one player left on the board you can take. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, absolutely. There was no shade whatsoever on picking J Vice last from Tailwind. Fantastic DPS player. I just picked other people ahead just to kind of force Death Knot into a situation here. So playing that 4D chess, I got to take J Vice. But overall, not disappointed at all. Fantastic player and amazing pickup.
Oh, he's awesome. J-Vice is great.
Yeah, J-Vice, fantastic player, no question. Big part of Tailwind's regular season success, no doubt about that. Death Knot, there's one player left on the board. I'm sure you're not too disappointed, though.
No, I'm not sad. I got Sadfire. Let's go.
Definitely not Sadfire.
Yeah.
Sadfire, the final pick here in the All-Star draft. Guys, this is our final final All-Star game that will air next Wednesday. We're looking forward to bringing that to you. But there's the teams, guys. Here is Orem over here right now. NPC picking up a nice team there. And then Indigo for Death Knot as well. Take a look here. We'll be having these rosters posted in the Discord momentarily. Again, thanks to both of you guys. We're going to get on to the Transcendence Tier draft next. All right, welcome everybody to the Transcendence Tier All-Star Draft. Joining me tonight, we have Booth on this side drafting for Orem, and we have Captain Jack drafting for Indigo. Let's get this show on the road right away. Booth, you have the first pick with Orem. Who are you taking?
Yes. So lots to pick from here. I don't know if Jack was going to go for this first off, but I'm going with the winner hit scan from Tempo. I'm going with the Brad as my first overall pick. I mean, just watch back any of the games from the season. Watch back the finals. Pick a map. Just watch it. You'll see why.
First overall pick, DPS star from Tempo, the Brad, going to Booth and Orem. Captain Jack, who do you got?
Although that was one of my first picks there, y'all should know I'm going for the fattest shatters for this All-Star. So I'm starting off with main tank Yeeter from Pogfish. I cannot wait to see what this man does on the court.
Yeeter, fantastic player, MVP this season in the Transcendence tier from Pogfish. Great pick there. Going to Indigo with the second pick. Booth, you got the third pick. Who do you got?
So I had this is the second overall I had listed, and you might see my strategy I'm going with here, Jack.
Yep,
but
yep.
I'm
Probably
going.
the same as me.
I'm going back to DPS for my second pick, and I'm gonna go and pick up the Somber God themselves, Dragon from Dirt.
What? You
Dragon.
that? Where did you get this information? Where are the cameras? Where are the cameras?
Dragon, the pick from Dirt, the resurgent underdog. Dirt made the huge semifinal run this season on the shoulders of Dragon being a main driving force behind that. Dirt Dragon, the second overall pick for Orem. Indigo side, go ahead, Captain Jack.
All right. Well, you're taking all my hits very early on, Booth. So I think I got to switch up my strategy. You know what? In my DPS, I would like something a little forward, a little aggressive, maybe a little primal. So I'm going with Pro Gamer 360 for my first DPS pick.
The question is will they find a Mercy main to join the far out superstar from Primal? Pro Gamer 360, the second pick for Indigo.
We're not talking about Bard here, all right?
That's true.
I think Pro Gamer
That's true. No, we talked enough about Bard during the Harmony Tier draft. Let's not talk about Bard anymore.
But Pro Gamer's the only projectile DPS I think on our list as well. I think out of all the DPS. Yeah, that was a big pickup.
Technically, although I did see Brad playing a lot of Torbjorn, I'm just saying.
True.
Brad can pretty much play it all. So.
Honestly, what counts as a projectile DPS?
It's a rough roll. It's a rough roll right now. Anyway.
All right, Booth, you got the fifth overall pick. Third pick for Orem. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to the tank side now. I was debating on this being my number one overall pick, but I'm happy they're still here for me. I'm gonna grab an off tank here. Well, I guess off tank. It's such a weird time right now. I'm gonna go with DeWaffle from Tempo.
All right.
Okay.
DeWaffle from Tempo, the fifth overall pick. Go ahead, Captain Jack.
All right. I think I'm going to have to get my flex out of the way. So as you all know, we have to pick 3 tanks, 3 DPS, 3 support, and 1 flex player. So I'm going to make it easy for you, Booth, and I'm going to take Mirage from Otaku Empire because I believe in the power to weeaboo. I think that's going to be a great fit for my team.
Mirage going over to Indigo. Great pickup there. Booth, who do you got?
All right, going over to the support side now. I'm trying to round things out a little bit. I'm grabbing a flex support, and you're going to be mad, Jack. I'm going to grab Balakay from Orbit.
Yeah.
Balakay from Orbit. Fantastic player, winner of the best flex support in the community this season as well. Balakay, the fourth pick for Orem. Who do you got, Captain Jack, for your fourth pick?
You're eliminating a lot of my top picks here, Booth. Goodness gracious. So I'm going to also, thankfully, you didn't take my number one, though, because, one of the best games that I've loved for a long time is the Mass Effect. Or the Moss Effect. So I'll be taking them for my support lineup for Orem side or Indigo side.
The Mass Effect going over from Requiem to Indigo. Orem, fifth pick. Go ahead, Bard. Or Booth, sorry. Whoa. Whoa. We talked way too much about Bard today.
It's okay. It's okay. I understand. Okay. This is tough. Okay, I am going to grab a main tank here. I don't want to keep stacking this team, but there's so many of them on All-Stars for a reason. I'm going to grab Swagalicious, also known as... Oh, I keep forgetting their other name as well.
Prince Willie?
Prince Willie, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with a Prince Willie to grab as my main tank. I don't want to keep stacking tempo players, but I mean, there's a lot of them here for a reason.
Yeah.
Prince Willie from Tempo joining his tank line teammate DeWaffle. That's a fantastic front line looking there for Orem. Indigo, what's the answer?
I feel like I figured that this might be a strategy that some would use, but I prefer a little diversity, and especially with winter coming up, things could get a little Arctic. So I'll be taking Graphics tank for Arctic. I know that they had a hard time this season, but I I still believe in them and their org. I'm sure they can turn it around in the All Stars.
Graphics picking up that fifth pick for Indigo, the off tank from Arctic. Orem, sixth pick. Who do you got, Booth?
Okay, digging deep here. I'm going to grab my main support here, and I got my starting 6 with this. I'm going to go to Hogfish, and I'm going to grab Randy.
Randy, the support from Pogfish,
Randy.
joining the Orem side. Go ahead, Captain Jack. Who do you got?
All right, so let's see. Just did tank. I'm going through my list. All right, of course, TPS got to go next, and another great player that we saw this season, literally sniping out the competition. So I'm going to pick up Snipes from Requiem as well for my DPS lineup.
Snipes, the hit scan from Requiem, joining up on the Indigo side. Who do you got for your next pick, Booth?
All right, I'm going to grab, I think this decides 2 of our picks here, Jack, but I'm going to grab my last tank, and I'm going to grab Sebs from Requiem.
Sebs from Requiem joining up here. Big vote getter here from the tank all-star draft. One in the tank all-star draft in the 7th pick for Orem. Captain Jack, who do you got next?
All right, so I think the tank line's already set, but I'm going to let that go because you might take my support in DPS first. So I'm going to grab Delphi for my support lineup to round things out. Again, another player from Primal that did a fantastic job of this season. They do have at least one of their partners on the team, so maybe we'll see some cohesion.
Maybe we'll see some Farmercy.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Right. There you go. I didn't even plan that part.
Orem, 8th pick. Who do you got, Bo?
Okay. I'm gonna jump over and grab a support here, and I'm going to pick up. I'm gonna pick up Kumo from the Meta Rejects.
Kumo from Meta Rejects joining up Orem, 8th overall pick. Captain Jack, Indigo. Who do you got?
All right, let's see. Got 2 supports. I can round out my support line, and I'm going to have to go with a Tenzer coming in to finalize my last support pick from Tempo. See if we can pick up the beat coming into the All-Stars.
Tenzer joining the final pick. The 8th pick, I should say, for Indigo here. Orem, Booth, 9th pick. Who do you got?
All right, I'm going to go over to Pogfish here, and I'm going to pick up You Can't See Ghosts as my third DPS.
You Can't See Ghost joining up on Orem here. 2-time All-Star there for the Indigo side, or the Orem side, and I think he's a 2-time All-Star. Might be wrong on that. If I'm wrong, whoops, but I believe I'm wrong. So I'm just going to say, whoops. Let's just go with it.
Take it.
You know what? Just take it. I'm not going to take it back. We'll just roll with it. Whatever happens, happens. All right. Captain Jack, who do you got here for your 9th pick?
All right. Well, pretty much every decision is already made here, but we're going to announce them anyway. I'm going to be taking Blur for my last tank, coming in again from the Otaku Empire. Massive hero pool, was playing both main and off tank during the season. So I know that Blur, even though not classified as the best, will do very well, and the most improved. As well. So we'll definitely be rounding out my player list for Indigo side.
All right, moving on to the 10th and final pick for Orem. Booth, I think your decision's made for you here.
I think so. I'm going to pick up a 4th DPS. I'm really going for that 6-map all DPS part. That's what I'm trying to win here. I'm going to go with Shinobu.
Shinobu going over here.
I don't know how I got the 19th pick. That's kind of crazy.
So, and then, well, actually, that makes your hand very forced here, Captain Jack.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I should have picked up Shinobu first.
There you go. There you go.
Well, you know what? I guess I got to take him with me. Pinhead, come on over.
Pinhead from the Good Boys, the finalists, are joining up onto Team Indigo here with the final and 20th overall pick here for Captain Jack's Indigo side. Again, here, take a quick look here at the Orem roster. And coming up now, the Indigo roster as well. Guys, both these rosters look stacked. We're looking forward to seeing them in the All-Star match.
But here are.
This is our final draft of the night, so that is also going to be the end of this podcast night. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks everybody for all. Probably already said it when we wrapped the podcast before we got to these recorded drafts, but thank you again for all your support this season. We definitely appreciate it, and we really look forward to bringing you the Iris podcast in season 6.
Experience tranquility. Pass into the iris.